Hey, what's up, people? This is Elder Tenchi, and I am back for another TMNT Rant Rave review for this week's episode entitled The Pig and the Rhino. Okay, so after a month-long hiatus, we finally get to see what happens after the Serpent Hunt. And basically, I shouldn't even say after. This is more of a continuation of Serpent Hunt because it begins right where it left off with Anton, Zek, and Stranko being mutated into what we know as Bebop and Rocksteady. And, yeah, they're not so happy about it. They are not so happy about it at all. I mean, who would be? But at the same time, they have no choice. You know what I'm saying? Because Shredder ain't scared of them. He ain't scared of them. He's mutated them. He ain't scared of them. Shoot, he took them down in the first few minutes. So he's like, go find my daughter. So that's what they go do. But since they're so pissed off at the Turtles, they basically blame them for what happened to them. So they decide to go on a turtle hunt. And the rest of the gang, they are watching their favorite show. And yeah, people have mentioned this before. This has so many different references and throwbacks to classic Hanna-Barbera and classic action cartoons back in the 80s and 90s that is just so great, especially if you're an older fan. It is so great to see. And Donnie has some retro mutagen. He has a few launchers worth of retro mutagen. He's saying be incredibly careful. They're trying to figure out where Kirai would be, where her hideout is, because as we know from the last episode, she pointed out comet, you know, like kept saying comet. So where could it be? So they find 3 locations with that term in there, comet, and they all decide to split up into those 3 different locations. One's a movie theater, one's Coney Island, the other one's I believe a dry cleaners, and go search for Kirai. So you got Anton and Zek looking for the Turtles, and the Turtles looking for Kirai, and we get a pretty funny way that they get their names. Obviously, it's Mikey that gives them their names, but it's from a total distraction. Him and Leo go to Coney Island, and they encounter Anton and Stranko, and to distract them, to keep them from preventing them from what they're doing, Michelangelo looks around and starts pointing out things to give them names. He's like, "You need mutant names now, so let's see." No, that's not gonna work. Oh, and then he sees this tour van, Bebop and Rocksteady, a band called Bebop and Rocksteady. Okay, all right. So Stranko likes this because he's like, you know what? I kind of like the Rocksteady. No one can stop the Rocksteady. You know what I mean? And Anton Zek now since he's been dubbed the Bebop, he hates that. He's like, it's the stupidest name you can think of. Bebop? Really? I am not freaking Bebop. I'm like, I don't blame him for not liking the name, but it's too funny. It's too funny because it fits his personality so well. That's what it is. It fits his personality so well. He looks like a Tron extra dancing like Michael Jackson. Okay, it kind of fits, you know. And also, I noticed that almost right away, Anton and Stranko kind of get a fix on their mutant abilities. As Stranko is he's stronger now. He's also faster, and Zek not only still having his regular abilities as a hacker, spy / thief. He has the nose of a pig, which is more sensitive than a bloodhound's in this, and it's I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that he and his partner now know how to use their powers right away. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they were disappointed that they got mutated, but now they're kind of getting used to it. They're like, okay, this is the way things are. Let's just get this done and over with already, and then we just go back and do our own thing. But they're thinking like, okay, so there's retro mutagen. When they find out what the retro mutagen is, Stranko is the one that points out. Think about it. we could turn back into human if we get that we get that retro mutagen. So now it's a race to get the retro mutagen. You get a game of keep away with the guns full of retro mutagen. You get Kirai, still around in Coney Island, fights. She fights a little bit, but she's losing her mind, and like quite literally, her mind is slipping away. Now it's interesting how the mutagen affects different people in different ways. For example, Splinter, he still has his humanity. Only one time did he truly lose his mind after his spirit was away from his body after being unconscious, but that had nothing to do with the mutagen. He just lost it for a minute because of that state. And with Kirai, it seems like it's affecting her mind to the point of her just becoming full beast, full serpent. But with Anton and Zek, at least, Anton, Zek, and Shrenko, they just seem to be just rolling with it, kind of like, no, and also, I remember Baxter Stockman, yes, he's a fly, he has the attributes of a fly, the habits of a fly, but he still has his humanity, you know what I mean? So it's kind of funny how the mutagen has been affecting people, outside of the re-engineered mutagen that turned everyone into slaves. But anyway, I digress. So, yeah, I feel like the writers have been really tugging at our heartstrings, because this one had a really sad moment involving them trying to bring Kirai out and shoot her with the mutagen. She lets him shoot them with the retro mutagen, and nothing happens. She can't turn back. Like, what's going on? Now, Donnie did say early in the episode that her mutation is somehow different from everyone else's. So that's why she's losing her mind and losing her sense of humanity, and basically turning full serpent. And when they finally find her, shoot her with the mutagen, nothing happens. She knew that she basically knew it. And they say, then why did you have us come here then? Because I wanted to say goodbye to all of you. Tugging at the heartstrings. Really? You give us comedy with Rocksteady and Bebop. You give us a nice action scene involving a roller coaster and the retro mutagen, and then you end it off with a sad ending. Bravo! No, seriously, bravo. That was brilliant. I mean, jeez. I was not expecting that. I'm a sucker for happy endings, so that's why. But anyway, this is running a little too long. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Let me know what you guys think of Kirai's condition, about the new Rocksteady and Bebop, this whole thing, what role they're gonna play in the overall series after this. And I just got to point this out real quick. I love the fact that they're not idiots. I really love the fact that Rocksteady and Bebop are not like archetypes of what the original Rocksteady and Bebop were. I mean, yeah, say what you will, but they were a product of their time. You know what I'm saying? And with the new Rocksteady and Bebop, with their skills and all this stuff and their intelligence, I really like their characters. I really do. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, and I know about next week's episode already hitting the web. I already know, but I don't plan on doing a review for it until it premieres on TV. Please avoid spoilers if you happen to comment about it on this video. And with that being said, I bid you peace, love, and never be normal.